What's up, guys? I'm Dr. P, and here are 8 secrets in Season 2 you didn't know. To kick things off, we've got the Coral Buddies. They are back again in this season, a common Easter egg that Epic likes to place throughout their maps. This season, they can be found in at least 2 places. The first place is in the northeast corner of the map. If you go just a little bit south of that area, you'll find a platform in which there are several Coral Buddies just dancing. The second place is on top of the sword over at Mount Olympus. At the very end of the sword, you can see 2 colorful Coral Buddies dancing it out and just vibing. Next up, this one is more strange than it is useful, perhaps, but the Ares statue right outside Mount Olympus has 6 toes. Now, the other statues there of the various other gods, they all have the correct amount of toes a normal human being has. Of course, these aren't humans, they're gods, and who really knows if this has anything to do with Greek mythology? I saw some people on Twitter saying this statue should have 6 toes because Ares has 6 toes. I looked into that and couldn't find anything relating to that, so at the end of the day, I don't really know, but it's still worth pointing out. This statue has 6 toes. There is a new mythic weapon this season. It is called Zeus's Lightning Bolt, and it is amazing. It is extremely strong, let me tell you that. There are a lot of people that are complaining about it, but I want to tell you about some minor part about it that you might not know. This is happening when you get zapped by Zeus's lightning bolt, and you actually get your skeleton shown in full X-ray form for a few seconds after you get zapped by the bolt, which is something you would never notice in real time. I had to go to theater mode after hearing about it just to notice, but it's definitely an intricate and super well hidden Easter egg that is very cool. You might have noticed some hidden bunkers around the map that are locked for a majority of the game, but by the second or maybe third circle, open up and allow you to go deep inside and grab all of the precious loot. Yes, these bunkers are new this season and they are set up around the map and you cannot enter until a certain random point. But if you wait it out and stick around or pay attention to when they open, you will be massively rewarded with a really nice pool of loot. If you've been playing a lot or a little, you may have noticed the Scrying Pools around the map, and if you're unfamiliar, let me explain. There are 3 of these locations scattered around the current Fortnite map, and each one of them have a scrying pool. Basically, this is a Greek mythologic thing that allows for your future to be basically foretold. You can walk up to any one of these scrying pools and ask for it to decipher your future or your fate, and it will begin doing that. But even by waiting a long time as it asks you to, you can never really get it to, or at least I can never really get it to give me anything. And I tried this across multiple different games. The storm comes in super quick and I never get an answer. Maybe some of you guys can. Maybe this is going to play into the lore for the storyline this season. And who knows, maybe it will turn into something so massive later in the season. But right now, it's more just extremely mysterious, if anything. Let me know if you have any more info about the Scrying Pools. There's a new feature that's been introduced this season, and I'm not sure about the official term for it, but I'm gonna call it, for the sake of this video, the blink feature. And this feature activates when you touch the greenish bluish water surrounding the underworld, and when you touch this water you get 3 charges of what I'm calling a blink. Basically, if you double tap the jump button, you will jump ahead and phase forward in a very rapid fashion, allowing you to create some really sick movement combinations. It doesn't sit there forever, it does expire after a while, but this is definitely very huge just to know in general. I mean, if you were just traveling down the stream or looking to escape the storm, you might as well just get in the water, have these infinite charges, and just get the extra speed boost along the way. Food for thought. The yacht from Chapter 2 is back this season, as are many of the members of Ghost and Shadow, with possibly many more on the way. If you go to the yacht, which is just beside the underworld, you will notice on the computer screens at the control station that there is a constant emission of the logo that represents the Shadow faction. Many of the NPCs that are roaming the Fortnite map this season also just so happen to be those very same Ghost and Shadow members. If you go near Fencing Fields and you talk to Tiantina, she mentions specifically that she's glad to be back and that she is so happy to see her whole team back together. Speaking of Ghost and Shadow, that takes me to my very next point, which is that there is a prison of Midas right underneath the throne of Hades, which just goes to show you how much they hate this guy and how much this is important to the storyline. But right underneath the throne in Hades, in the underworld, you can see very clearly a prison cell, which has very obviously been inhabited by Midas, at least at one point. The door looks like it's been slammed open, but there's another door that's closed, so I don't know. Did he escape? Did he die? I think he escaped, but we'll have to see. To add on to the mystery, inside you can see a golden skull of some kind of animal on the floor alongside a golden reboot card. Now, that's interesting for sure, to say the least, and I'm not entirely sure what that might mean or might not mean for this whole saga, and what the broken golden door on the outside might mean as well, but I would love to hear from you guys and hear your thoughts on this whole endeavor. I'm loving this season. One of my favorite things are the wings, but they even had to nerf the wings on day one because of how overpowered they were. Now you have to be much higher in the air to actually activate the dive feature. But overall, I'm having a great time. Let me know your thoughts, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.